Back at it. Alright, so there should have been a nice little intro using a League Camera, League Director before I'm saying this. If there hasn't been, I've failed as a YouTuber. Anyway, so been a little while since another video, and unfortunately I've got a bunch of projects working on, but all of them are not the next video, because the next video is going to be a Kassadin guide. This time going back to my roots with Thresh. Well, I didn't oh wow, I did not see Lee Sin there in this game. I literally just played this one. I wish he 1v1'd me here. I was actually like getting, you know, grabbing music off YouTube and stuff, so wow, I'm a terrible top laner. But anyway, in this game I'm gonna absolutely, I didn't see that either. I'm gonna absolutely just to avoid embarrassment, I'm gonna set division the Fog of Water Mine. But yeah, I've been absolutely trying to destroy lanes with Thresh. This one is normals. I wanted to play Pantheon, but I've been playing a lot of ranked because hey. Who wants to be in silver for that long? I normally just play normals. Since I've come back, I've just been playing normals to have fun. But I am actually going to play a little bit try hard. I wish this was a ranked game, because I've played so good. Many mistakes made, of course, but wow. For the first game in the morning, just had a coffee. I did not expect it to be this, you know, good. Definitely depends on the enemy laner and how you're allowed to kind of play Thresh. I'd love to experiment playing this new aggressive playstyle against someone like Darius or someone like Trinder, who can usually win the edge in the trading. But that will just have to wait and see. So we're up against Sion with Lee Sin jungle. That's 2 AD, so you got Fizz mids and then Brand support. So they do have a decent amount of magic damage, but that's not really relevant because honestly this game's a stomp. But I'd like to believe I helped cause that. So really weird hook there. One of the things about the Thresh Sion matchup that puts in Thresh's favour is that you have 2 displacements, and both of these displacements can be used to stop Sion's E. Unfortunately, I don't really do this until I start properly trading with him. But I'm just going to put the runes up here. They're the standard press the attack runes that I usually run, this time with, I believe, Domination secondary for the Ravenous Hunter, which gives a bit more sustain, and the cheap shot for the extra damage. It might be Taste of Blood, but I'm pretty sure it should be on cheap shot. I guess Taste of Blood is still very good as well. See, there you go, I deny it. I Q a bit early here, but you know, it's okay for the trade I did. See, if I waited on Q, then I could have used Q to deny his Q there, and then he wouldn't even be able to do any damage back to me besides a couple of auto attacks. You see how his pots now have already put him back on like much higher HP, and Sion has like the best HP regen in the game outside Dr. Mundo's passive. So, yeah. Bad trade, but almost a good trade. Whenever he Qs, I try to get a little poke damage in. Don't worry too much about your E passive, but of course, if you can have like a little quarter charge or a half charge on your E passive, then that is a good idea to attack him with. But never ever tunnel on it. 2 small, you know, 0 charge auto attacks are going to be better than a single 100% auto attack when you have no AD and you're low level. That kind of stuff really matters at level 9. Yeah, and for those who don't know, just in case, the Thresh E passive is where your auto attack charges up to, at level 5, 200% bonus magic damage, scaling off of, hold on, let me reword that, 200% of your total attack damage as bonus magic damage on your next auto attack once. It scales up to that over 10 seconds, and does a lot of damage if you have the ability maxed and have some AD. Lee Sin comes here, but it's warded. With Yi invading Lee's jungle and stuff. Anyway, when Sion leaves lane and Lee Sin goes mid, I ping, and then I keep actually trying to freeze it, which is against kind of the teachings I guess I had before. Anyway, I could have played around that. I could have just taken his ult to the face so Yi could kill him. I also flash ignited, which was very bad. Obviously I don't die, but it's still really bad because now I can't kill him too actively later until my Ignite really comes back up. But knowing that he's already teleported, I believe, and he doesn't have ult, that allows me to push and get the minions under his tower, make him miss a few. Obviously he has wave clear like a god, and I was a bit late on that call, so yeah. More on whatever the hell I was on about later, but let's talk about the build. So I've been following a guy called, I think it's Bayori. I will put a link in the description because honestly, his top lane is phenomenal. He's doing like Unranked to Diamond series right now, and he does this thing where he builds 3 Doran blades on most of his champions, like Urgot, Yorick, and stuff like that. 3 Doran's rings on Fiddle and Soraka top lane in Ranked. So his whole idea of, well, playing League of Legends is getting a frig ton of kills, an absolute frig ton of kills, and destroying the enemy. Anyway, I get nice trade on him, but this definitely could have been a lot cleaner. Let's analyze that so I can develop, and maybe you can develop too, you know, those of you who are actually playing Thresh. Alright, let's look at it. So Sion comes in from the side. All abilities, I believe my flame might be off. No, my flay's up. So I flay to stop his Q. I'm doing some damage here. He ults for the CC. I think I tried a Q, but it's too late because the ult's done. That's fine. But I don't double Q there, do I? I have to go back 15 seconds, goddamn. I should use lead Alexa when I'm doing this. Makes it a bit easier. But let's look. So the ult happens. Okay. Then Q. I think I double Q'd, but it doesn't look like it because I'm not auto-attacking. I should just keep auto-attacking. There's no need for me to back off. He's only Sion. He doesn't even have AD, does he? No, he's got a Sunfire cape. So I could have just kept auto-attacking, killed him sooner, and then walked away. Much easier. Because backing away gave me, first of all, more distance between me and him because he's running away as well. But also puts me... this is stupid that you have to think about this, but puts me more at risk of minion block, I guess you could say. I think earlier I was on about wave clear, right? So here I do exactly what I'm not about to say. But like when Sion was away from lane, I would try to actually freeze the lane rather than push it. Because normally I'm supposed to push it into his tower so he loses XP. Everyone knows this. But I've been watching a bit of that Skill Capped. You've probably seen a video or two from Skill Capped. Very good channel, by the way. I've never paid for their stuff though. And that was to actually freeze it and let the wave build up. So when they come back, you have an advantageous wave of minions that can then attack him if you initiate a trade. And then you can crash it all into his tower and harass him on the turret, which is really good for a laner like Thresh. I've been doing that on Aatrox as well. I've been playing, that's who I've been playing on Ranked, so I came on here just to kind of chill. And so whilst I'll play Freedom's Blade Aatrox, along with what Bayori has taught me to do. Not directly. Which has worked well. Of course, I've done it on Yorick as well. And now I'm doing it on Thresh as like an experiment, and I'm saying it is going well. The build I'm taking, I should have mentioned this earlier, I'm sure, because that's what most people care about, right? So 3 Doran's Blades. I've already sold one for a BF sword, but 3 Doran's Blades for the early advantage. There is massive mathematics in Bayori's like modifier guide for Yorick, and that is down to effective HP and cost efficiency. The Doran's Blade HP alone is equivalent in terms of effective HP. So this is when your armor and your HP is kind of calculated together to make what your actual total HP is. The Doran's Blade will give like equivalent 18 armor or so. Quite a high figure, which of course would cost it might be more than that actually. Well, I'll link the guide anyway. I'll link the guide below, the Yorick guide, because that's where I'm getting all my sources. I know he has another one, but I haven't looked at it. Yeah, essentially Doran's Blade stats are just so efficient that you can usually get some kind of gold value back out of them, and if you're using them to win lane, denying the enemy minions, you can essentially kind of make back on your investment through putting your enemy at a disadvantage, and then even then you sell it to get some of your value back. And yeah, on the Yorick build, he'll recommend like selling your third Doran's Blade once you're making Death's Dance, which will be after Black Cleaver. Anyway, let's talk about my build. So I went 3 Doran's Blades into Kirby's Shards. The reason I'm not going for normal AD is because in early levels, your AD scaling really doesn't matter. So the 50 on hit that you get from Kirshi's Shard is not only more readily available, you know, between your last hits. It doesn't reset every time you last hit, right? It also outscales it because you would need 25 AD at level 9 to get the 50 bonus magic damage value, which is, you know, costs way more. Oh, no, it doesn't. It costs about the same. It costs a little bit more. But of course, that resets. So Kirshi's Shard, it also gives attack speed. It's nice and versatile, and really nice for a laner like Thresh, who really benefits from the rapid fire cannon later on. I then go for BF Sword into Spear of Shojin after the Kirshi's Shard. In a matchup like this, if it's a disadvantageous matchup where I need the range, then I'll probably take rapid fire cannon before finishing that, because the freedom in place already give me the AD. And sometimes the range is just all I need to get to press the attack. I'm building press the attack with AD because I'm also building a fair amount of attack speed, and Spirit Shojin's passive will give plenty of attack speed when I really need to commit to DPSing a fight. Okay, back to the game. So Sion is doing plenty of like, I'm pushing it into Sion's tower, he'll wave clear and then we'll push back until Yi does his jungle, comes back up and says, hey, let's get this tower. I'm trying to do stuff, but Sion's wave clear is really good, and he's built so tanky with a Ninja Tabai and all that, and of course Sion's innate sustain. It's very hard to, you know, for me to poke him down enough to tower dive him. That's just not happening. I try to tower dive him here, but he's just going to the tower, which is fair enough. My very stupid play here is to keep focusing Sion anyway. I really should just went for the turret and then CC'd him. That's kind of good that I CC'd him because it meant he was not able to attack Yi. So we get a Rift Herald, I get the souls, and then I go to mid to try and kill Fizz, but he'll Q away, so I'll just get some farm. Oh yeah, he deploys Rift Herald. And then we take mid tower, and then we start taking the second mid tower as well. Fizz makes a mistake. He goes too close. So I E him in. His Q now is predictable, so I take that. It's not his Q, it's Playful Trickster, so it's predictable for my Q. I land the Ignite and we just do some damage. Kill Fizz just like that. Really put him in the dirt and continue to push until the enemy brand has to defend this. All the while, our bot lane is absolutely kicking ass, by the way, at 8-1 Jin. But I won my lane. Therefore, I don't think it invalidates kind of the game. And bot lane die to a shutdown. Sivir doesn't look like she's that bad. It looks like her support is worse than her. Just going by KDA because I didn't really look. Anyway, so I'm doing a lot to Fizz, but he's able to get away out of my range, and I miss my Q. So I go back to bot to help Lee. And we help Yi with Lee. And then Fizz does some stupid stuff, so we just kill him. And then I go here because Lee is waiting for me. I know he wants the Q, so I hook, catching it. And then bounce him into my ult. I could have gone maybe a bit more aggressive here. Like, the Q was very preemptive. But Leona uses an ult, and that makes up for my little mistake. Who knows? Maybe I could catch him. Maybe not. I could have flashed earlier, rather than having to wait for Leona's ult before flashing. But, you know, I was waiting for the guarantees. It's a normal. So if you're in a normal, I think you have all the reason to kind of go absolutely crazy. Do the trades that you don't think will work. And just see what your potential is. Especially with someone like Thresh. There's no, like, data. There's no data on playing Thresh top. Except what I make. There's some stuff going here. I rescue Yi. Don't know if he needed it, but this puts us in a good position for whatever the hell we're doing here, which is a really weird skirmish dive thing. After all this, I just kind of go back to mid to bully Fizz and kill him. This leads to a team fight because the enemy starts initiating and all that. We lose Leona, they lose Fizz. And Sion just kind of walks up to us really menacingly like. And then we're just in this little standoff. Could have killed Lee with a nice charged auto there. But it's okay. So I think, yeah, I'm just looking to do stuff. Grab this also. Then I want to recall, I believe, for Death's Dance. No, not Death's Dance yet. Death's Dance is after. The reason to go Death's Dance is because it'll heal you for your on-hit effects as well. So this includes, of course, E passive. And this includes rapid fire cannon damage and soul passive as well. So your on-hit soul damage that you do every auto attack, you will now heal off that. Very, very nice. Quickly soak up all this farm and defend the turret from Sivir, who was pushing. Sivir's doing a good job of the pushing, by the way. If her team wasn't so bad, maybe she could have actually done something. You know, if I wasn't here anyway. Okay, so back to mid lane. I've actually got a ton of really cool Thresh plays in another replay, which I managed to save the clips, which will be going into another video. Hint, hint. But no commentary of that one. I understand a lot of people from the poll about a month ago. People want live commentaries more than recorded replay commentaries, so I will do that. But sometimes I want to just, you know, listen to copyrighted music while I play, and I can't do a live commentary over that. At least not until I install some extra mixer software. But I just kind of go in because for some reason no one goes in on me here. Sure, I've got 200 HP in my Spirit Shojin, but they could have definitely done something here. It's probably because Sion knows he can't do anything, because if he does, I eat him instantly. But yeah, they just kind of let me, very squishy person, initiate. And then I go up to Sivir. I miss the kill here because I could, you know, she flashes away, I flash, ignite, but she gets to heal. We go straight for the Baron, and I confidently decide to wait here to trap the enemies because they're lower level. And in my ranked games, a lot of the time I'm finding, even though I'm not playing Thresh, that I'm like ahead of people in level, but I'm playing like I'm equal level. When really I should be absolutely snowballing my advantage. Death Stance also gives a lot of innate tankiness through its passive and of course through the sustain, so I should be using that with confidence. When I activate Spirit Shojin, my attack speed is good, so I can actually do sustained fights, like with that Lee there. But yeah, the game is basically over, and this was a flawless zero-death Thresh game. Yeah, halfway through this I was supposed to pick something for an intro. I guess you'll already know what it is, but wow, I'm struggling. I don't know what to pick. Maybe just killing Sion. Maybe that's a good idea. Well, okay. This was the game. Sivir just waits in base, waits for it all to end. And then that's it. Hope you enjoyed, and hope you like the new build. This is not my first time doing it. I've done it a couple of times, but that was on last patch, so I can't use those replays. Overall thoughts? Rapid Fire Cannon into Spirit Shojin is something I've tried before, but I always did it the other way around, and that was clearly the wrong way to go. Going for the shard early for the laning, and then going for the BF sword is a great idea, and from there you can either go straight into finishing Rapid Fire Cannon for the range, or finishing Shojin. Also, I used to always have a really weak start, but with the free doran displays, it actually really alleviates that. I'll put links to Blurry's YouTube channel and to his Yorick guide, because that's where I get the info from, because he's a really cool guy. I really like his content, and he does live replay. Sorry, not live replay, live commentary over live games. Yeah, waiting for him to do a fresh video so I can learn off that. I don't think he will though. Anyway, this outro has taken too long. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment if you did, and I'll see you in the next one.